Good evening. It's Facebook Love. I hope everybody's doing well today. Chicago felt like spring, for real. I saw some beautiful things outside, and I didn't feel too terrible today, which is something that I think I was feeling more terrible than I was even accepting. And while I still don't like any of this staying home stuff, I'm making peace with it. I thought a lot about where everything was 3-4 weeks ago, and I kind of made a little list. So I'm just going to sort of look at this. But a month ago, I was washing my hands a lot and worrying about my friends in Europe. I was ramping up plans for my consulting business and trying to put together marketing ideas. I was practicing songs for an upcoming party that I was going to sing with Craig and a dance band. And since I don't do that very often anymore, I always have to look at what's current and figure out which songs I can bear to sing. I was washing my hands a lot. Yeah, that was a big one. And then we all just came home, all of us. We just came home kind of in a rolling wave, and everything, sorry, the tape went away for a second, starting to feel less afraid. I really was afraid. But now that I'm learning more about what COVID-19 is like for people, I'm feeling a little less upset because I feel like maybe I could make it if I got sick. And honestly, I worry about that. So now I'm starting to think about summer, and I'm starting to think about fall, and I'm just sort of settling into this sheltering at home. And I've been thinking about what all this means for us as a country. What should citizens demand of our government? What kind of preparedness do we as people really want to see? What are we going to demand as part of the budget for our federal government, because it's their role? That's part of how things are structured. What do we want on climate change, since a lot of this was pushed along by climate and human error? What do we want for workers' rights? What do we want for voting rights? So, and I'm also realizing who I am. How do I respond when I'm really afraid? So I just wanted to feel a little more ordinary today, and I did a poem early last week, I guess, by our poet laureate, Joy Harjo, and I found another one that feels a little ordinary. Well, it's not. It's called Perhaps the World Ends Here. So that's what I want to read tonight. Just one, because it's kind of long. Perhaps the World Ends Here, by Joy Harjo. The world begins at a kitchen table. No matter what, we must eat to live. The gifts of earth are brought and prepared, set on the table. So it has been since creation, and it will go on. We chase chickens or dogs away from it. Babies teethe at the corners. They scrape their knees under it. It is here that children are given instructions on what it means to be human. We make men at it. We make women. At this table we gossip, recall enemies and the ghosts of lovers. Our dreams drink coffee with us as they put their arms around our children. They laugh with us at our poor falling down selves, and as we put ourselves back together once again at the table. This table has been a house in the rain, an umbrella in the sun. Wars have begun and ended at this table. It is a place to hide in the shadow of terror. a place to celebrate the terrible victory. We have given birth on this table and have prepared our parents for burial here. At this table we sing with joy, with sorrow. We pray of suffering and remorse. We give thanks. Perhaps the world will end at the kitchen table while we are laughing and crying, eating of the last sweet bite. Perhaps the world ends here, by Joy Harjo. So that's the poem for today. There were a lot of really fine images there, especially babies teething at the corners. That was really something. It's really true, though. No matter where you live and no matter what kind of family you have, we all have that kitchen table where we make our coffee and set out the groceries, which we are now carefully wiping down before we put away out of fear that we will get sick. We live our lives with our friends and family in that humble place, and we make a lot of memories there. So while we're all at home, let's make memories with the people close by, and you can have Facebook Love with me and FaceTime calls and Skype and Zoom and plain old-fashioned phone calls. And we're going to get through this. Think about who you are and how you respond. I'm trying to respond with grace. And it's Holy Week, so if you celebrate Easter or if you are Jewish and Passover is beginning, this is a pensive time. So enjoy the spring weather and think about who you are and how you respond. Thanks a lot, Facebook Love. I'll see you tomorrow.